The anticipation is absolutely electric. It's December 23, 2025, a crisp day, and all eyes in the cricketing world are glued to Visakhapatnam, India. The Dr. Y.S. Rajasekhar-Reddy ACA-VDCA cricket stadium is gearing up for a real clash of titans. It's the second T20 International, with the formidable India women taking on the determined Sri Lanka women's national cricket team. But this isn't just any old match, it's a pivotal moment in a rivalry that's really heating up, especially after India's dominant performance just 2 days ago. Just 2 days back, on Sunday, December 21st, India smashed their way to a clinical 8-wicket victory in the first T20I, chasing down Sri Lanka's total of 121 runs in a mere 14.4 overs. That comprehensive win has really set a blistering pace for this 5-match series, leaving Sri Lanka with a massive challenge on their hands. They need to halt India's momentum and stop them from taking an early series lead. The stakes here are absolutely immense, not just for the teams, but for the millions of fans glued to their screens, hanging on every update, every scorecard, and every thrilling moment. So, what's going to unfold today as Sri Lanka desperately fights for survival against this seemingly unstoppable Indian side? India really kicked off the T20I series with a bang. It was a masterclass in smart, aggressive play, and honestly, it just reminded everyone why they're considered one of the top powerhouses in women's cricket. Their bowlers did an awesome job, really keeping Sri Lanka to a pretty low score, which totally set the stage for their batters to put on a show. And Jemimah Rodrigues, a key player in India's batting lineup, absolutely lit up the stadium with a smooth, unbeaten 50, basically just walking her team straight past the finish line. Now, this dominant performance just adds to India's already insane head-to-head record. They've snagged 21 wins in 27 T20I matches against Sri Lanka, and get this, that includes 8 victories in their last 10 games. But hey, even with that big win, India definitely had some lessons to learn. Their fielding, which is usually a massive point of pride for them, was a bit off, with 5 dropped catches in that first match alone. Now, thankfully, those dropped catches didn't totally mess up their chase. But it's a solid reminder that even the most dominant teams out there always have room to polish things up, you know? So, as this series keeps going, you can bet India will be super keen to iron out those little kinks. They're definitely aiming for nothing less than perfection as they look to totally take control of the series. Alright, so on the other side, Sri Lanka's got a huge challenge ahead of them. But hey, they're definitely not short on firepower themselves. A lot of their hopes are really resting on their captain, Chamari Athapaththu. She's an aggressive left-handed batter and a dynamic all-rounder. Basically, Athapaththu is a name that just makes the opposition sweat. Her stats since 2024? They just show she's been absolutely on fire. She racked up 720 runs in 21 innings in 2024, then added another 87 runs in just 2 innings in 2025. That includes 3 centuries and 5 half-centuries over those 2 years, by the way. And get this, her strike rate? It's consistently hovering around a seriously impressive 125. Athapaththu isn't just another player. She's a total force of nature, someone who can literally change the entire game all by herself. Sri Lanka desperately needs a big knock from their captain today, not just to level the series but to really fire up her team. But it's not just her, young guns like Vishmi Gunaratne are gonna have to step up too. They need to show they've got that depth and resilience to really challenge a powerhouse like India. This match is going to be a real test of their team spirit, how well they can perform under pressure, and if they can actually prove that the gap between these two sides isn't as big as some people think. The hype around this series is off the charts. Just look at the trending searches for match scorecard and where to watch. That really tells you how much people are getting into women's cricket. Fans aren't just checking the scores anymore, they're digging deep for every single detail, from player stats to finding out exactly where they can stream it, like on Jio Hotstar. This explosion of engagement really shows how big the sport is getting, taking it from something pretty niche to a huge mainstream spectacle. Players like India's Sneha Rana and Sri Lanka's Vishmi Gunaratne, they're becoming household names, with everyone watching their performances super closely and celebrating their every move. And this 5-match T20I series? It's not just a bunch of games, it's a super important part of the bigger women's cricket calendar. Every single match totally boosts team spirit, affects individual rankings, and even helps tell the global story of the sport. Honestly, it really speaks to how dedicated these athletes are, and also to the increasing investment from big organizations like the BCCI, who are totally committed to showcasing all the incredible talent and excitement women's cricket has to offer. So yeah, this is way more than just a tournament, it's a whole movement, pulling in new fans left and right and really cementing its place in the hearts of existing ones. Alright, as the teams head out onto the field for the second T20I, the story's pretty simple. India, with their proven dominance and star players like Jemimah Rodrigues, they're the hot favorites, looking to go up 2-0 and really put this series beyond doubt. But Sri Lanka, fired up by the explosive power of Chamari Athapaththu, they're battling it out for pride, for some much-needed momentum, and to truly prove they belong on the international stage. If India gets the W, it just cements their spot as an absolute powerhouse even further. But a Sri Lankan win? That would give their campaign a massive shot in the arm, setting us up for an epic continuation when the series heads to Thiruvananthapuram. Now, the conditions here in Visakhapatnam, pretty much identical to the first match, are expected to play right into the hosts' hands. But this is cricket, especially T20, and upsets are always on the cards. But more than just the score on the board today, this series is a huge symbol of how much women's cricket is skyrocketing globally. It's a pure showcase of incredible talent, fierce determination, and just the sheer thrill this sport delivers, totally captivating audiences and inspiring future generations of cricketers all around the world. The stage is perfectly set, the whole world's got its eyes on this one. What new chapters will be written today?